Next up at UFC Vegas 28, we have Kevin Holland versus Kyle Daukaus. Kevin Holland, 21-7, 3-2 in his last 5, but it is those 2 embarrassing, held down wrestling losses. Kyle Daukaus, the smaller brother of the beast we just saw fight last weekend, 10-2 overall, 3-2 in his last 5. Both of these guys coming off of a loss. Kevin Holland, I mean, this is an interesting matchup because it's striker versus grappler, but there's no wrestling between the two of them. I mean, Kyle will attempt some takedowns, get takedowns, but they're not really true wrestling takedowns. So it's a weird stylistic matchup in that regard. Kevin Holland has showed the world in back-to-back fights that he has literally zero clue how to defend a takedown. None whatsoever. The clearest path to victory of all time against Kevin Holland is shoot takedowns. But he's very good in his feet. Very good in his feet. He's an absolute sniper on his feet. He's got legit power, great accuracy at range, and he's a good grappler, meaning jiu-jitsu. He has very good jiu-jitsu, very good striking, and literally nothing in between, and that is his downfall. That is where he loses those fights. And he's fighting a good grappler in this fight, but it should be a different look because Kyle Daukaus is really good on the ground, but he doesn't have very good wrestling. Does he need very good wrestling to take down Kevin Holland? I don't know. I really don't know. Kyle Daukaus, we just watched his brother Chris Daukaus get another knockout under his belt, continue to dominate on his feet in his weight class. But we've never seen him on the mat. His older brother's never been on the mat. These guys are polar opposites. Kyle only wants to be on the mat. So you can't, his brother is a non-factor. I mentioned him just to put that connection for you. But hopefully none of you are saying, oh, he's a younger brother of this guy. He must have phenomenal striking. No, he does not have phenomenal striking. So there's no correlation between the two other than their last name. Kyle's an okay striker. The mat is exactly where he wants to be. He's a very good grappler. He's got solid clinch work. His boxing, like I said, is just okay. If you watch my UFC 266 recap, where I just couldn't stand that Ortega had a clear, on the ground, wild, clear advantage, but just had no means to get it there. Similar with Kyle Daukaus in this fight, but not as extreme because Kevin Holland is very good on the ground. He is competent on the ground. And Kyle's got a little bit of wrestling, but nothing fantastic. Daukaus isn't much, doesn't have much to offer in the wrestling, but he does attempt it. He'll use it. He'll push you up against the cage. He'll look for a trip, a body lock, pull down. He's not going to drop nice, clean elevation, shoot a clean, beautiful shot. But I do expect him to look to get Kevin Holland against the cage, look for that trip, look for a body lock, look to make something happen. The big question mark here is how much has Kevin Holland's wrestling improved? Because he took Daniel Cormier up on his offer to go out to American AKA American Kickboxing Academy. He took him up on that offer. He's been out there. He's been wrestling. You can see, it's all over everybody's Instagram. And I don't know how much better he's gotten, right? I'm a long-time wrestler. I wrestled my whole life, coach wrestling for a very long time. You can make improvements in 6 months. You're not going to make these improvements in 6 months, especially where he was coming from. I mean, his wrestling was absolutely atrocious. So, listen, Kevin Holland on his feet is a real problem for anybody. Kyle Daukaus on his feet, just okay. Kevin Holland on the ground is a problem for some people. Kyle Daukaus on the ground is a problem for a lot of people. In between, takedown defense is not there for Kevin. Offense for Kyle, just okay. And I think just okay is enough to get this done. So I think Kyle Daukaus will follow everybody else's game plan. If he's not in the gym wrestling like an absolute madman because he knows what the exact path to victory is, I would be shocked. If Kevin Holland went out there and knocked out Kyle Daukaus with that beautiful, clean, crisp, accurate, solid striking, I'd be very annoyed, but I wouldn't be shocked. I do think Kyle sticks to a game plan, gets rid of any distance, and drags it to the ground at any means necessary. And from there, he should control. He should do well. Kevin is competent. He will use those long legs, those long arms to try to make things happen. But Kyle's better and will avoid any of that stuff. Kyle Daukaus is the pick. I will probably throw a money line bet on him. Plus 120, I like. $7,700 in DraftKings, I like. The monkey knife fight line, I hate it. I'm not going to touch it anywhere. I absolutely despise it. I despise it. I hate every single thing about that monkey knife fight strike line. I know Kevin Holland's got a lot of very busy. It's incredible the strikes he gets off and has power. But I just don't like that strike line at all. I'm not going to touch it. You guys let me know in the comments what you think of that strike line. You may have a better read on it than I do. I hate it. I'm not going to do anything with it. But I am going to play around with some bets. Maybe Kyle Daukaus by submission or wins inside the distance decision, no action. You know I freaking love those. But anyway, Daukaus is the pick. I like Daukaus in DraftKings. I will definitely have some bets on Daukaus scattered, sprinkled about. Kevin Holland, let's hope we can avoid the big shots, avoid the volume, and just stick to a grapple game plan to get it done.